Hi, gorgeous. Olga's here. Actually, this is take two. I was trying to do the video and it cut off, but I better not touch any equipment. But really talking about and tapping about the chronic fatigue today and how to deal with this. And finding that I wanted to make this video today, I kind of felt fatigue myself and kind of done all the right things. I've done my walk, I've done my meditation, and it's kind of still there. It's a bit heavy, and I'm trying to sort of shake it off or tap it off. So we'll do that with you. But one thing that I wanted to mention before we dive into, fast EFT for fatigue is that anytime you have any heavy emotions or negative emotions, what people normally do is they'll ask something along the lines is, um, why is it happening to me, right? It's the victim mentality. And then there's achiever mentality, and then they'll ask, well, how can I fix it? And so this is something that Kyle C has been talking about lately. And what I wanted to tap in with you is something that he refers to as a growth mentality, or I'm not even sure what he calls it, but it has to do with asking different question. The one where you say, well, what is trying to emerge, right? So what is trying to emerge? And this is something that I've been working on recently a lot, because every time I have strong negative emotions, I was like, okay, something is coming through. There's a block, there's a limiting belief that is trying to surface and be released, and there's just a new you being born right in the moment, just like when you transition from caterpillar to butterfly. There's this transition period that is scary and unknown and involve a lot of emotion. So that's what I was experiencing the last 2 days, especially yesterday and today. So it'll be a great time to tap and just kind of transcend it a bit. But the question that I wanted to answer is, how to use Fast EFT for fatigue, and what kind of memories, what kind of things you tap on. And so she kind of unpacked this question a bit. As mentioned, one of the things that bothers me is brain fog, having little clarity in my mind, staring at the computer screen for hours without information actually getting through. Another one, getting frustrated, being limited on how much I can do in one day. So on an average day, I can do one thing, plan one thing, maybe see a client or go running, but I cannot do both. And if I do, I crash afterwards. So I also cannot do like two clients, to see two clients in a row. And so I was wondering, how can I improve that? And I'm quite ambitious. I want to work forward and grow my business. Really looking forward to your insights in this. So I think it's a brilliant question, and I have so much to say about on that, and we'll just kind of unpack it and take it one step at a time. So there's few levels here. One that has to do with deep emotional triggers, and our body kind of learns something on why it's not safe for us to do certain things for an extended period of time. So this is where Fast EFT comes in so helpful, because it helps you go on a deeper level and start unpacking and releasing, unpacking and releasing. So if you're experiencing deep, heavy fatigue, I would start with the list of memories where you had this in the future. And you can just Google how to tap on the memory, Olga Bochareva, and there's a video that comes up with that, but I'll talk about this right now. So when you go to a specific memory, what happens is your mind records it as an affirmation, right, of a sort. And whatever you hold within, you affirm, right? So this affirmation, they turn into subconscious blueprint that we create from, right? So we have a blueprint of struggle, we have a blueprint of worry, or whatever your blueprint is. Keep on touching my hair. This one's just sticking out. There you go. So Fast Shift, you're really great for unpacking it, going in there, tapping on each of the memories until you get to the zero, flipping it. And it's a bit of a technical kind of process, but it works. It really, really works. So that's the first step. That's the first thing that I would do. Now, another step really has to do with the lifestyle, right? With the kind of things that you do on a daily basis. And the reason why I'm saying that, because I've been making so many changes in my lifestyle lately, and lots of that has to do with what I eat and how much I move. So if you're struggling with the fatigue, the second thing that I would do, I would start looking at what kind of diet that you have. Because if you are eating things like wheat or potato or heavy carbs, your body is struggling to process them. It takes more energy to kind of process and to digest them, and it takes longer. So it really is heavier, it is harder, it is slower, right? So it's slowing things down. So if you start eliminating those foods from your diet, like sugars and carbs, you actually are lighter and faster. And I've experienced it so many times, and I'm going back to the keto diet right now, because it really has a great momentum behind it emotionally and energetically. So that's the second thing that I would do. And finally, I would start looking for things that are heavy in your life right now, because things like fatigue or brain fog, it's kind of a bit of a protection mechanism from something that we don't want to look at, right? And it's also a signal from our body, a signal from our subconscious mind that something needs to be addressed, right? So any heavy emotions, whether it's fatigue or lack of clarity or anything else, it is a sign, always, 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 from the subconscious mind that something needs to be addressed. So I would ask yourself a question: what is heavy in my life, right? What is kind of pulling me down? What is holding me down? And start working through that, one step at a time. Honestly, the best way to do it is to decide to be unconditionally happy, right? So just like wake up and then make that decision, wake up and make a decision. And something that I teach in my weight loss program right now has to do with make a list of 10 things that you enjoy, like super simple, right? And do one every day, at least every day, because they turn, to food for emotional connections or for feeling good. So like for myself, I'm starting to notice, and I haven't mastered it yet. I'm just kind of really tapping into this power. This is what I'm working on. But every time I don't feel good, I really shouldn't be doing anything rather than working on getting a little bit of a better state, whether it's walking or meditating or tapping, because shifting the vibration, shifting your emotions helps so much in business. Like when you have a list of things to do and you're trying to like really, really hard to get things done, and things are not moving forward, right? All what you have to do right now is just change your perspective. And when you do, it's just like you start brainstorming, your ideas show up, and you don't have this voice, oh, you cannot do this, oh, you cannot do this, oh, that's too hard, oh, that's not going to happen, right? Because you're on a different frequency, right? You're receiving and implementing at a different speed and light. So start looking at those things, like how often that you don't feel good and how often that you do feel good, how much of a priority you make for yourself to feel good, right? Because really it's all about intention. The second you set up an intention, it'll start happening. So set this intention right now. So again, those three things that I'd recommend to work on, or to start unpacking, is first, make a list of all the memories where you ever been fatigued and what happened there, and tap on each and single one of them and flip them. The second thing that I would do is to start looking at your things that you eat, what kind of diet you have. Heavy foods create heavy emotions, create heavy feelings, right? And it's just slowing things down. It makes you lazy, it makes you fatigued. And finally, start looking at what's happening in your life right now and make a commitment unconditionally, unpresently, on making this change, on changing how you feel, right? And whatever it is, whatever it means for you, maybe some time letting go of some activities, or letting go of some people in your life, or letting go of some feelings or items, right? So this decluttering on many, many levels, it creates change. It creates deep, profound change. All right, well, I hope it helped a little bit, and let's go ahead and do some tapping. We'll just tap together generally. And if you have any specifics, then of course, you can email me or ask some questions. I actually have a special going right now where you can get a 30-minute consultation with me if you purchase my library. So if you're interested in something like that, just make sure to look for the link below this video, or the link below this newsletter. Rather than that, have a fantastic day, but let's go ahead and get some tapping first. So what I wanted to do is to kind of, drop from your head to your body. Close your eyes for a second. And as you do, just tap on the side of your hand and repeat after me. Even though I feel slow and heavy, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I feel kind of sluggish today, I love and accept myself anyways. Even though I feel like I'm walking through the jello and it's hard to move and everything is dense and heavy, I love and forgive and accept myself anyways. All these emotions, all these heavy feelings, whatever is trying to emerge, it's safe for me to let it go. This feeling, this heaviness, the brain fog, lack of clarity, whatever it came from, I deeply and completely love and accept it. I choose to fall in love with my problems, just to accept them for what it is. Because the truth is the resistance that is cause of all suffering. What am I resisting? What am I in denial to? What am I trying to change that is outside of my zone of influence. I release and let it go. That thing, that behavior, that struggle, all the ways I'm addicted to struggle, it's safe to release it. It's safe to see it differently, whatever it represents, whatever I'm trying to heal through this experience. I give myself permission to accept and to feel good and to enjoy. Now, there's nothing I've done wrong, and there's nothing I'm doing wrong. I'm just having this experience in this human body. Keep on making those new mistakes. That's how I grow. That's how I evolve. I give myself permission to mess up, to learn from it, to rise from the ashes, to get tired, to have lack of clarity, to be confused. Because being confused is actually a great place to be. Being confused means that you're not sure and you need help. That's where you ask for help. That's where you raise your hand and say, listen, I think I'm lost. How do you get there? Right? So release and let it go. All the struggle, all the resistance to what is, all the ways it bothers me, all the ways I'm not accepting it, all the stories behind it, all the conclusions that I'm making in the moment. It's safe to let it go. I give myself permission to feel my emotions with ease. Accept things for what they are. There's nothing wrong with that. The only way I'm not feeling the way I want to feel is because I'm resisting something. I release the fatigue, the resistance, all the stories, all the ways I'm not in peace with my body, all the way I'm in conflict with my mind. It's safe to let it go. I accept things for what they are, and I release and let it go. Okay, grab your wrist and breathe in and breathe out. And say your word, peace. Fantastic. Thank you for watching. Have fun tapping, enjoy, breathe, slow down, take it easy. You got it. Love yourself.